Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Amara's kitchen. Today I'll be showing you guys some preservative method how you can preserve your yam, your fresh yam and plantain. Yes, if you have full bag of or full box of plantain and yam, you don't want to go on the plantain diet or a yam diet. That's like having your family eat yam for the whole week or whole month, or yam for the whole week or whole month. You can preserve this up and also go ahead with your regular meal plan. Okay, you don't have to fast or go on plantain or yam diet because you have a lot of yam in your house or because you have a lot of plantain in your house. So guys, we'll go ahead and get started with this video. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome to my channel. Do not forget to subscribe, hit that subscription button, turn the notification bell on, and give this video a thumbs up. Yes, give it a thumbs up. And if for my old subscribers, you guys are welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in all the time. I appreciate all your support and love. May God bless you all. So here I have my yam. I'll go ahead and cut this yam up. If you guys know the street way of cutting yam, like if you are from Nigeria or from any African country and you buy like roadside fried yam, you know there's a way they cut it, like they cut it in a slight motion or slight pattern. So I'll be showing you guys how you can do that. So first of all, you cut your yam into two and again into two again, like into 4 equal sizes. Yes, so like I told you guys, my yam, it's been like about a week or two that I bought them, and some of them have started getting rotten, just like you saw now. I just cut it open and there you go, it's already starting to get spoiled. So that's why you have to preserve your yam. Once you buy your yam and it's sitting in your counter or in the box or somewhere in your house for a very long time, before you know it, you'll be losing up all the yam because they will start getting rotten little by little. So I decided to preserve this yam because the previous one, the last one that I cooked, yeah, I wasted a lot of it because there was a lot of spoiled parts in the yam. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna keep waiting, to be eating this until it finishes. So I have to just preserve them. So this one I'm cutting now is for frying. Yes, so this is how you cut those square or triangular kind of a shape yam. You see how that look? So this is how you cut the yam into 4, then you slice them up. So this one is done right now. I sliced up 1 whole yam. So I'll go ahead and wash this and I'll set that aside. Alright guys, the next one I'll be showing you guys is for porridge yam. If you want to do like porridge yam, or you can also use it to like just parboil. So but basically this one I'm cutting, the sizes is meant for porridge yam. So I'll be showing you guys more pattern you can cut your yam for frying, but I just want to get this one out of the way so I can continue with the frying method. Porridge yam, like if you want to make your porridge yam, yes, this is how I slice them. Not too big and not too small, just to a reasonable point of slicing. So just like that. So once I have this pattern cut up the way it is right now, I'll also go ahead and set that aside and wash them, set it aside until when I'm ready. So anyone that is see that is a little too big, go ahead and cut that into 2 because you don't want it to be, some of them to be too big and some too small. Try and make it the same size as possible. So I'll continue cutting this until I have gotten the amount of yam that I want to cut for the porridge yam sizes. Yeah. So now I have all the yam cut. Like I have 1 tubers cut for the porridge yam and the other one cut for frying. So I'll go ahead and prep these 2 that I already cut and I will set that apart. So what I did, I washed that and I'll use my paper towel to dab them dry, as dry as possible guys. So keep drying until the yam is not too watery anymore. So once it's no longer watery, it's dry, I added some salt, and this is optional. If you don't like adding salt to your fried yam, you can skip this. But if you like your fried yam to have some salt in it, go ahead and add some salt. So after adding the salt, I'll go ahead and add this in a Ziploc. So after adding the frying one in a Ziploc, look at it right now. So right now they are in 3 big Ziploc bag. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and set that aside. Then the next one I'll be bagging is the porridge yam size, the one that I slice for porridge yam. So I'll also do the same method, put some, I did not put any salt in this one because this is for porridge yam, specifically for porridge yam. So I don't need to add any salt because when I'm cooking the yam, you have to add salt. So I'll put that in my freezer. Then the next method is also frying method. So you can slice this yam like circular motion. There are so many ways you can slice your yam for frying. So it can be this round, or you can just cut it into two. Like this is like mostly the most easy and common pattern that people use. Yeah, but you can also slice it round, or you can slice it the first design, or the first part that I showed to you guys. You can just cut this yam the way you want to cut it for frying. So I'll go ahead and also wash this and bag this one as well. So anyone that is for frying, I put salt in it. But like I said before, it's optional. You don't have to add salt. So any yam that I'm cutting for frying, I add salt to it. Anyone that I'm cutting that is not for frying, I do not add salt to the yam. So as you can see, this is the reason I'm actually bagging or preserving this yam, because they are getting spoiled. So I don't want to waste my money. I don't like wasting stuff. So I just have to preserve all of them in my freezer, and I can use them whenever I want. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut these ones up. And this one now is I'm cutting this to be used like if you want to parboil your yam for just for palm oil, or just you want to steam the yam for anything at all. It doesn't have to be for porridge or for frying. So this is just regular slicing for any other thing that you want to cook with yam, or just parboil the yam, eat it with palm oil, eat it with like the local oba sauce that I made. If you haven't seen the recipe for the local oba sauce, the recipe will be popping up right at the top of the screen. You can click that, or you can go check that out in my channel right here on this channel. You can check that out later. Yes, but the screen is gonna be up there as well. So after washing this as well, I did not add any salt because it's not for frying. I'll go ahead and put this in my freezer as well. Now we are done with the yam. Here comes the plantain. So I sorted the plantain out. I removed all the ripe one. I still have a couple of them left in the box that is not ripe yet. Yeah, so I'll keep using those ones, but right now I'll go ahead and wash this one and preserve them in my freezer. So this one I'll be showing you guys, I think 2 methods. Yeah, just 2 methods, like the one for frying, for like regular fried plantain, and also another method I'll be showing you guys will be for also for frying. If you want to like make dudu gizzard, yes, you can use that. If you also want to like use it for porridge plantain, you can use that. You can do that. If you also want to use it for like making beans and porridge plantain, yeah, you can definitely use that for so many, you know, recipe. So as you can see, you saw how I sliced it. That is like always how I like to slice my plantain. If you don't have a chopping board, you can definitely do this in your hand. Yeah, before the chopping board was invented, we have always cut our plantain this method and nothing happened, right? Yeah, technology is taking off a lot of stuff that we do normally without all this fancy stuff all over the place. So as usual, because this one is frying, for frying, I will add some salt to them before adding them in my freezer to preserve them. So this is what I did. After laying them down flat the way they are, I'll go ahead and add another parchment paper. So I'm using parchment paper. I first of all put the first layer. After that, I put parchment paper over it and I place the second layer over the parchment paper. So I wrap them up with waterproof like plastic wrap, and I'll go ahead and place this in my freezer. So this is the second method I was talking about. So slice them into open into two and then go ahead again and slice them into four. Yes, and go ahead and cut everything up into that size as equal as possible. You don't want it too big or too little. So I'll continue this method until I have all the plantain chopped up. Okay. So as for this one, I do not need to add any salt because it's not like regular fried plantain. This will be for so many recipes. Yes, so many kinds of recipe: porridge yam, porridge plantain, porridge beans and plantain, dodo gizzard. You can use this with so many recipes, guys. So that's why I'm not adding any salt. I can always add the salt when I am making the recipe. So I'll go ahead and zip this up properly, making sure there is no excess oil, excess air. Yes, make sure there is no excess air when you're zipping your ziplock because that might cause freezer burn. Yeah. So here we are. After a couple of hours, I brought this out from my freezer. You guys can see they are very stiff right now. Very stiff and hard. Yep, it has frozen up. So what I'll do now is to gradually get this out from the Ziploc bag. And I'll break them up into individual pieces because you don't want it to be stick together. You just want it to be on itself. So I will break everything up until I have achieved that goal of having them be in individual self. So after a couple minutes, you can see they are no longer sticking together. Every bit part of the yam, they are all separated right now and they are all frozen. Yes, they are all frozen. So the next thing I will do is just to like take a smaller Ziploc bag just like that and then put them the way I want it to be. Like each serving, yeah, I bag them up by serving. Yeah, so whenever I want to eat or fry the plantain, I just grab one bag for my family and that should be it for the morning. Yeah, this is like breakfast. Just grab one bag and that's it. Instead of having them up or curled up in the big Ziploc bag, just put them in this little one and they'll be ready to go and easy to grab whenever you want to make your fried yam. So this is it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and also check back on my plantain that I was freezing up to see if that one is also ready to be bagged. So here is the plantain after a couple of hours as well. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing that I did with the yam. I'll also grab them. As you can see, they are all frozen. Yep, they are not sticking to each other at all. That is the goal. You don't want it sticking to each other. So I'll also do the same to the bottom part. Just get them out. They are all like stuck. Anyone that is stuck, just take them apart. So once I have everything all separated, I'll go ahead and also use a smaller Ziploc bag and then size them up in a serving size. Yes, so I always like, I don't know if I should say I count them. Yeah, kind of a thing. Yep. So I make sure that I have amount that each person gets, like maybe 5 to 6 person. I am just, my kids, this is like mostly what my kids like to have for breakfast, so I just pack them up, five for each of them, 4 of them, so I should have like about 20 pieces. Excuse me. So I have like 20 pieces in each bag, or extra 23 or 24 in case somebody want extra 1 or 2. So I just zip everything up and put them back in my freezer, and they stay there, and I use them whenever I want to look at that. So this is how all of this yam is going to stay in my freezer, and they are ready to go. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope this someone finds this video helpful some way or the other. Share this video to someone that you think that might need it. So guys, thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. As you can see, it's still very fresh, looking as if I just cut them up, and they stay like this for a very long time. They all stay this way for a very long time without anything happening to them, and you don't have to worry about wasting your yam. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, turn the notification bell on, give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys on my next one. Bye bye.